Well, I will just be damned.
You
The
were
Detroit Tigers have a pulse, and then some.
wrong, man.
I was dead wrong. I'll take my L for that.
That's
You know what
called
I got?
profiling, and
Profiling is wrong.
I got two more words for you, Snowman.
I'll say them for you.
Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning. Snowman here to all you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters. Shut up! I gotta thank you, Shane.
I mean, whatever happened to the games where breaking 100 points was, I don't know, unusual?
There was one word to sum up the All-Star weekend.
Trays. Cause we take this job so serious.
Splash Brothers, yes. Ray Allen, replace him with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller, yeah.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Let's launch this bad boy. Good morning. Welcome to the Tripped Out Snowman Was Wrong Thursday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. This portion of said show is brought to you by BetUS.com. Use the code Snowman and get a 125% deposit match on your deposit. BetUS.com, where the game begins. To the Fanatics feedback zone quickly. AB Media 83, one of my homies that lives in Indianapolis, Indiana, giving us a greeting this morning. AB, welcome to you. Mr. Suge to you, one of my other homies, welcome to you. And welcome to everybody in the region, across the nation, around the world. We welcome you all to the Thursday edition of Snowman in the Morning. We are fully loaded today. I got the big dog, Shane Lake. I got Droid, and I got Vikala with me. Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
What on earth happened yesterday?
Man, I was watching the highlights this morning getting ready for the show, and what in the deuce?
I am so glad that I'm so glad that people don't do brackets for the MLB playoffs, because
Same here.
There's no way
mine would have been blown to smithereens.
Mine was busted. Mine would have been busted.
Yeah, exactly.
Congratulations to the Detroit Tigers. They beat Houston with a 4-run 8th inning yesterday, including a bases clearing triple that sealed the game. Final there was 5-2. And congratulations, and Droid's going to have a 2-foot smile on his face when I say congratulations to the upset.
Wait.
No. This one's
Let
mine.
me get my hat. Let me get my hat.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh, man, forget the hat. I'm going to say it anyway. Congratulations to the Kansas City Royals. They move on to the American League Division Series. And, dog, where are these two teams going?
Well, Kansas City, congratulations. You beat Baltimore with pitching. Bad news is you're heading to the Bronx. Kansas City's going to be facing New York, while Detroit, they got a short little drive to go out to Ohio to face the Cleveland Guardians.
In what world is New York a good playoff team?
Listen, I don't trust the New York Yankees. Period.
The Royals already proved me and Snowman wrong with good pitching.
I will make my first bold prediction of the morning. The Yankees go down in 6 games. Or, excuse me, 4 games. 4.
You're calling for a sweep?
I'm calling 6 games for the Royals.
Actually, division series only goes 5 games.
Division goes 5, so it'd be a
5 games. So I say Kansas City in 4.
Okay.
So it's going to be a gentleman's sweep.
Gentleman's sweep.
Yep. I got Kansas City, and those Detroit Tigers got my attention.
Yeah.
I have a smile on my face because of the way that they played, and the former Astro manager AJ Hinch came prepared.
Mm-hmm.
I love what this team is doing. And a shout out to one of my buddies, Jason Benetti, who is the television voice of the Detroit Tigers, former TV voice of the White Sox. He smelled something good when he made the move to Detroit. So congrats to the Tigers and congrats to the Yankees. And thank you, San Diego Padres.
Getting rid of Atlanta.
They got rid of Atlanta.
What the hell do they do?
They win 5-4.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a California division series. As San Diego, I believe, dog, now gets the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yes, they do on Saturday, but we still got one wild card series left.
Yeah,
Milwaukee
stood up and beat the Mets. 5-4 was that final?
5-3.
5-3. 2-run homer in the 8th inning. As a matter of fact, there were 2 home runs in that 8th inning. One tied it, and the 2-run homer won the game. 5-3 was the final score. And the winner of that series, dog, gets whom?
Philadelphia.
A lot of Central teams.
Philadelphia has always been a classic matchup. I want that. Give me that.
I will call my NLCS right now. And San Diego, Philadelphia.
You know what? No, man. If I have a day off for the division series, I'm calling the game.
You'll join me because on Saturday we will launch our round robin coverage of the division series while we're doing college football. So it's going to be a full sports Saturday here on the channel.
I might have Saturday off. I'll let you know.
Just so everybody knows, the way the division series is going to break down Saturday, the 108 game is Detroit-Cleveland. The National League Division Series, whoever comes out of Milwaukee will face Philadelphia at 4:08. 6:38 brings us the start of the Kansas City-New York Yankees series, and the West Coast swing will wrap it up at 8:38 with San Diego traveling to the Dodgers.
San Diego wins in 4.
It's like a lot of Central teams.
Like I think one of the big reasons why San Diego is good now is because Fernando Tatis is back to his old self. He's back to playoff Fernando.
And not only that, the strongest pitching staff in these here playoffs, well, one of them belongs to San Diego. The other in the National League, it belongs to San Diego. The other belongs to Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia is built for the long haul. All right. And as far as my American League Championship Series prediction goes, it'll be a Central Division matchup.
Royals Tigers or Royals Guardians?
Royals Tigers.
Ooh, that's gonna be interesting.
Gentlemen, just to throw an extra little kink into things, I've been taking a gander at probable starters. Since we don't know who's coming out of Milwaukee and the Mets, we don't know who they're going to be lining up against. But Philadelphia is likely going to open their series with Zach Wheeler.
Yeah. Zach Wheeler will open game 1. Matter of fact, you know what we'll do? If we get time tomorrow, let's bring Jason Joseph, aka Play-by-Play with JJ, and we'll talk Philadelphia baseball with him, and it might be an extended show. The Hog TV is with us. Good morning, with us this morning. Good morning to you, my friend. And Hog TV, you'll love my next 4 words. Hail to the Redskins.
Also, in regards to the openers, Cleveland is going to open their series with Detroit by starting Tanner Beebe. Yankees are going to open their series against KC, throwing Garrett Cole.
Of course.
And we have both openers for the Padres Dodgers. Dylan Cease will be countered by Jack Flaherty.
That is a pitcher's duel. Don't be surprised if it's a low scoring game and it goes extras.
And
all I know is that right now we can't. The Royals, they can't run Seth Lugo because they ran him last night, against Baltimore.
We'll worry about that because I can guarantee you they'll figure out something. But we also have tonight's starters. It will be Jose Quintana versus Tobias Myers.
What's the first pitch time?
First pitch, 7:08 Eastern.
Old Snowman's got an idea.
Uh-oh.
Do not tell me I'm about to get stage hooked.
Oh yeah.
It looks like Willie Adames might be top of the order this coming game.
Yeah. Just got to move some things around. I woke up this morning and the dog didn't make a mess.
Hey.
I feel happy because normally if I don't get the dog out at night, she'll leave me a present in the morning. She didn't leave me a present this morning. For once, she didn't leave me a present. Because had she left me a present, my wife would have informed me as such. You've heard her, Vic.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
You've heard Dr. K tell me when Lucy makes a mess.
Rule 3 of the house. I'll just say
the dog's
that.
An idiot.
Right.
Matter of fact,
no, I'm not. Wait a minute, wrong dog. Never mind.
Shut up.
Actually, yes, you are because you're a Bruins fan.
Shut up.
And a Red Sox fan.
Man, that's just
and a Patriots fan.
That's
profiling.
Yeah, it ain't profiling. It ain't profiling if it's true.
The only thing you're smart about is NBA because you're a Celtics fan.
Dog is an old school NBA Celtics fan. All right. Dog is an old school NBA Celtics fan.
By the way, I'm still working on those playlists for Dikembe for you guys.
As I am, I'm doing the same. I'm doing all kinds of playlists, and I have a little secret that I'm going to share with the fellas off the air. All right, time for our first break. When y'all get back, we're going to transition into football, and the Thursday night game is actually interesting.
Who actually came up with an interesting game for Amazon Prime?
Wait. Not you talking smack about it in the group chat. And then now you're like, it's actually interesting.
Until they play the game. Remember, it is Thursday night football.
And it is 2 Chainz.
Yep. It's Tampa Bay and Atlanta. We'll break all that down. Chris Simpson will join us in about 10 minutes. We're going to take a break for a few minutes. While Droid gets caffeinated, I continue to get caffeinated, and I'll let y'all know the morning brew when y'all get back.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Whether it's the men's college game,
the way that this season has been going, yeah, anything is possible.
The women's college game,
and how passionate Angel Reese was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
The WNBA,
AJ Wilson on Twitter 1 and 2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young,
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out on the Playmakers blog, network, YouTube channel, and where you can find podcasts. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
We owe you an apology for yesterday, but we had a technical snafu. But that got rectified, and we want to welcome the folks on the Shady Sports Network for joining us this morning. And we want to welcome you, those of you on listening via WLEO in Baltimore and WJKS in Indianapolis, Indiana. A special coming up tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. I will be joined by the voice of the Indianapolis Colts himself, Mr. Matt Taylor.
Yes.
That's a bonus, and that'll be at 11 a.m. and it's live, baby. That's going to be a lot of fun. Speaking of fun, later today, the door. How does Victor put it? The doors of Valhalla will open.
The doors of Valhalla will open.
And this will happen.
Passionate.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
Unflinching.
Let's go back to losing. Parking was easier.
Unrelenting.
They're not going to keep him off the field tonight.
Totally.
This one has a chance.
Deeds.
That's not just a murmur, that's a full-blown fibrillation.
The full-blown fibrillation will come your way later this morning. We got a few minutes before Chris Simpson comes on We're probably going to take a break and get him situated.
You know what I love about Chris Deeds being back?
What?
The fact that he's back.
Not just that, because he's always fun to have around.
Mm-hmm.
But I finally got some type of support because when it comes to stuff about Cowboys, he's more knowledgeable than me. And
always has.
He points out what I point out.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, finally, someone also sees what I'm seeing. We're not just mired around by the moronic republic. We actually have people who know what they're talking about.
Yeah. And you know what makes it so crazy though? People think I don't criticize my team. I have been accused of that for years.
Yeah.
Dog and Victor can tell you I've been accused of not criticizing my team for years. Mm-hmm. I am the most critical when it comes to my teams.
Any good fan, and I say this again, any good fan is critical of their team because even though their team may win, you still see the holes need to get filled. I mean, you saw it last time, Snowman, where you said that, yes, San Fran unfortunately destroyed the Patriots.
But it could have been much worse.
But their third down efficiency is a lot to be desired.
Not just their third down, their red zone efficiency.
The red zone
efficiency leaves a lot to be desired. That's part one. Part two is field goals instead of touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
That irks the daylights out of me. Y'all know it. The people who have been around me know that. It just irks the daylights out of me, man.
There's a mantra that I always use when it comes to playing football. Turnovers to touchdowns.
Yeah.
You get a turnover, you must put it in the end zone.
What I love about San Francisco, and I've always loved this about the 49ers, is that they take advantage of turnovers. They turned 2 turnovers into 10 points this past Sunday. They get Arizona. We'll do a lot more on the NFL tomorrow. But, man, I love being with you guys. I love you guys very much. I want to say thank you for being here. And I want to address something very personal.
Okay.
Somebody in my family some time ago made a stupid accusation.
Okay.
And let me see. Oh, yeah. The stupid accusation was that my wife was the cause of me being diagnosed with cancer.
Oh, I know who this is.
Well, to that person, I say the following. My wife ain't the cause of me getting cancer. My wife is the biggest reason I beat cancer.
Yes, indeed.
Let me say that again. My wife is not the reason I got cancer. My wife is the reason I beat cancer. The stupidity reigns supreme.
I'm tired.
Oh, shut up.
You're too busy celebrating.
I would say make me, but I know you can because you can just click this little button that says mute.
I told you remind me too much of my child. That's why I'm sitting here laughing, even though my child is 5 years older than you.
Joy was too busy celebrating the Kansas City win.
You know what? I got nothing. I got nothing else because they earned it.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
They absolutely earned it.
But we've been calling them being a dark horse, and now
Droid has been saying that the whole second half of the year. Droid has been on his Royals the second half of the year saying, watch this.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest thing that won them the series was the pitching.
Yep. And their pitching is going to carry them right into the Bronx, and I think they'll get the first two.
Here's the thing, Snowman. You said that the biggest problem with the Royals was the pitching.
Yeah, and I thought it would be a
Achilles heel.
Yes, I did. Huh? Wrong. I was dead wrong. And as Chris Berman says famously, that is why they play the games.
Yep.
Let's take a break. When y'all get back, Chris Simpson will be here. It is Faker Mayfield against Kirk Two Chainz Cousins. Lord have mercy. Back after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BT in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from car tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Alicia.
You can't hold somebody to that standard if you haven't voiced what you want and what you're needing from that.
Mika.
If you're not communicating expectations, you're waiting for your feelings to be hurt.
Nicole.
A lot of people don't want to take the time out to be alone and to get themselves together.
Ivan.
You got to be willing to work through stuff. And from the jump street, y'all done had problems. Maybe you don't need to be working through those.
BS3 Network proudly presents Queen 3 and King podcast. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Woo! We're off and rolling here on this Thursday. And as I teased before the break, Thursday night football actually gets interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Can you believe that?
Like I said, since when did Amazon Prime ever get good enough to actually have a decent game?
Well, it led to a possible musing that I had.
Oh, dear Lord.
Which is, who told the NFC South to be good? Well,
I mean,
except for the Carolina Panthers.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know what? Let's do it. Unless Chris Simpson's ready.
Please help us welcome the one and only Chris Simpson.
Hey, what up, Chris?
What's going on, guys? How you guys doing this morning?
Man, we're doing great. Thanks for jumping on.
Nah, thanks for having me as always.
Man, what the hell? A good game on a Thursday night? Talk to me.
That was a good game last Thursday night?
No, this
talking about tonight.
Forget about
I
tonight,
mean, look, Tampa Bay, a lot of people thought they were going to fall off. You know, Tom Brady leaves. Yeah, they won that Super Bowl. They got what they needed to get out of Tom Brady.
Right.
Got that Super Bowl, went on that run. I mean, even as a wild card team, they still got in. And that's why I just always say, look, it doesn't matter which way you get into the playoffs. You just get hot, play your best football at the most important time, and good things are going to happen. But everybody was wondering, what direction were they going to go in? No Tom Brady, no Bruce Arians. Todd Bowles has come in, has a better team around him now than what he did when he was with the Jets. And, you know, it's really been the emergence of Baker Mayfield, because Baker has never been a bad quarterback. All Baker needed was someone to believe in him, for someone to have the confidence in him, and most importantly, he just had to execute, and that's what he's been doing. Yeah, Tampa's the best team in the NFC South, and you look at Atlanta, I'm still trying to get a feel for them. Kirk Cousins isn't a bad quarterback, but he struggles in prime time, and that's been a well-known fact. Now, I will say Atlanta did get cheated a couple of weeks ago against Kansas City, because that was blatant pass interference. But we're not going to go into that.
It was.
Yeah, come on now. I mean, look, Stevie Wonder could see that. But
the other thing I say about Atlanta, I said this about New Orleans when they got screwed out of an NFC title game. And Chris, you and I have talked about this for many a year.
Yeah,
you cannot leave points on the table either.
No, you can't. When the opportunity presents itself, you got to capitalize. Look, I always say, when you play certain teams, you have to be able to come away with points and not kick field goals. Brian, what have I always told you? Whenever you played those Patriots with Brady and Belichick, you couldn't come away with just 3. Same with Kansas City now. You're not going to beat them kicking field goals. You got to score. You got to punch the ball in.
You have to put the ball in the end zone.
You have to. You cannot leave. I've been critical about this with Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers, the entire Shanahan era, about leaving points on the table. That's one of the factors that's going to decide tonight's game.
I agree. Because, look, the matchup in this game is going to be the Tampa wide receivers against this much improved Atlanta secondary. I love what Jesse Bates is doing. AJ Terrell is a very underrated yet elite corner. And remember, the Falcons have a pass rush now. This is why they went and got Matt Judon. And when you have a good pass rush, it allows your secondary to naturally make plays upon the football.
Yeah, it does. And what you have to love about that also is that not only are the secondary making plays, it hypes up the entire defense, and it gives a little mojo to the Atlanta offense, especially tonight at home against the Buccaneers. This is a low-key, huge NFC South game that could manifest itself later on in the season when a playoff spot or a division title hangs in the balance.
Yeah, and the way I also look at it, the Saints have come back down to reality. The 4 of us could get together and put up 40 on Carolina.
Yes.
That's not really saying much. Then they go into Dallas, which was really impressive. But ever since then, it just seems like they're okay with just settling. You get what I'm saying? And you don't know what version of Derek Carr you're gonna get.
Right. Say that again for the brothers in the back at the old Georgia Dome. Please say that again.
You just don't know which version of Derek Carr you're going to get. Like 1 week he's good, next minute he comes back down to reality, and that's why I don't trust the Saints. Brian, I echo your sentiments when I say this. The NFC South will come down to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons.
Yep. And the biggest thing that the Atlanta Falcons did, no more Arthur Smith. He is now Pittsburgh's problem.
Yeah.
How much did Arthur Smith handcuff that Atlanta team?
Oh, it was a lot. I don't know if he'd be doing what he's doing with Kirk Cousins. It's more of a free-flowing offense. Sometimes you just need that change. On the sideline, a guy that players will buy into, and Raheem Morris is what we call the player's coach. So he knows the ins and outs. He can relate to his players. He's tough on them, but he's lovable. In other words, he's a leader of men, and that's what you need.
Yep.
And you can just tell when guys want to play for a head coach. Because I'll just tell you this: the games that the Falcons have won, they would have been losses under Arthur Smith. The Falcons could be over right now.
Absolutely.
True.
Absolutely. Ryan McCarthy joins us from Saratoga, New York. He brings up a very good point when he says the Falcons scored all their points on defense and special teams last week. Their offense is mind-boggling. That's what we're going to flip it back to, is the Atlanta offense. The word I'd love to use for this Atlanta offense, besides mind-boggling, is inconsistent.
I agree. I think what the Falcons need to do is jumpstart that running back. They need to get Bijan Robinson the football. He could have a Christian McCaffrey-like impact on the Falcons offense if he's used correctly. He can run it. He can catch the ball out the backfield. He can beat you in a variety of different ways.
And that's going to be the key to tonight's game for me, is going to be Atlanta's offense in general, part one, but part two, Atlanta's running game. And Bijan is battling a bit of an injury. I think it's a hamstring injury. So just in case Bijan is not at 100%, what do the Falcons do in that situation?
Lots of quick passes. Get the ball out of Kirk Cousins' hands quickly. Try to find some type of running game. Because Tampa can be had on the ground. Look at what Denver did to them a couple of weeks ago. They ran the football and they kept running it until Tampa Bay could stop it. And guess what? They couldn't do it.
They couldn't do it.
Yeah.
They could not do it.
Yeah, because Tampa isn't as stout as they once were on the defensive side when it comes to running the football. So that's what my game plan would be. Lots of screen passes, get Drake London the football early and often, go from there. And I think a lot. I think that's how their offense can open up.
All right, time now for our keys to the game, driven by Ford, the official vehicle of Snowman Multimedia. All right, let's look at Tampa Bay. 3 keys to the game for Tampa Bay will be what?
Well, Baker has to take care of the football. This is a very opportunistic defense, and they will make you pay for it. That's number 1. 2, Baker has to be protected. I'm watching this Tampa offensive line against this Atlanta pass rush, which is much improved. I'm neutralizing Matt Judon. You can't let him get an impact. Neutralize him, run at him, take him away, and good things will happen. And most importantly, they got to get some type of pressure on Kirk Cousins. You just can't allow him to buy time in that pocket and allow him to nickel you and dime you all game long, because he will make you pay. I think any quarterback will make you pay if you just sit back in that zone coverage and let them nickel you.
Ooh, it's gonna be a good one tonight.
I agree.
It's gonna be a good one tonight. Prediction?
Tampa beats them by 4. I say 24-20. I think Baker throws a touchdown in the fourth quarter, and Tampa's defense does the rest.
You heard it first, folks. You heard it here. That is Chris Simpson joining us to break down Thursday night football. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. This is a huge home game. There's another point I want to hit real quick before we let you go.
Let's talk about it.
Huge psychological advantage or disadvantage waiting for Atlanta. They need to win tonight after the years of being handcuffed by Arthur Smith. They need this one at home tonight for their own psyche to prove that the stench of Arthur Smith is gone.
To prove it was Arthur that caused a lot of their woes.
I can't disagree with that. And the reason why I say that is because, Atlanta, they've either been at the basement of the NFC South or they finished in third in the NFC South. Now, they have a better coach. They have a veteran quarterback. It's just all about this offense getting together. This defense is good, but can the offense complement the defense? That to me is the key surrounding the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, man. Woo-wee. Gonna be a Donnybrook tonight, boy.
Yep.
It's gonna be a Donnybrook tonight. It's the Atlanta Falcons hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Thursday Night Football. Part of the Snowman Sports Machine tonight, as we'll be peeking in on that and peeking in on a deciding wild card series. We'll give you the entire schedule as we go along here this morning. Chris, always a pleasure, my brother. We love you. Thank you so very much. We'll do it again next week.
Absolutely. Love you guys back. Have a great rest of the show.
Thank you. Chris Simpson joining us for Simpsons Football Chatter. All of our guests appear via the Invader Coffee guest line. Take a pause for a break, and when y'all get back, there's a couple things that I am working on. I'll let you know what it is when y'all get back.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels.
Nerd Focus. Smarter than energy.
We were always hippies at heart, I guess, and that was one way that we showed it before we became full-time RVers.
Yeah, we were definitely living small and minimally.
What made us decide to go with Battleborn was everyone from their top leadership team down to their service department helped us so much the whole way through. Our relationship with Battleborn is so much more than business. And me and Dennis love to jam together. We've played together multiple times, and that's been an awesome transition. Be able to learn so much more about the business. Also, just make some awesome friends.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
We have a little unfinished business because we didn't give our predictions for Thursday Night Football, and old Big Dog has 3 keys for Atlanta to sneak out a win tonight, and those keys are?
Keys 1 and 2 were pretty well similar. That's third down efficiency. They have given up 27 third down conversions on 57 attempts, while they've only converted 10 of 38 themselves. There needs to be a better third down efficiency for them on offense while stopping the competition on defense. And they've also got to get their running game going.
Oh, yeah.
They've only had 90 rushing yards on average this season. Tampa will devour them if that's all they do.
Yeah, they'll eat that for lunch. And then and then some. All right, Droid, what's your prediction for tonight?
Atlanta.
Before I even had a chance to go through the stat line, Atlanta is favored by 1.5. The over-under is set at 44. And here's an interesting stat for everybody. Tampa is 5-10 on Thursday nights, while Atlanta is 9-10. So, Droid, you still sticking with Atlanta? Okay, fair enough.
Easy with Atlanta. He's gonna ride that Kirk Cousins
I
train.
told you, I'm riding the Atlanta train all throughout the season. I don't care how much it bites me back.
And it's helped. It's helped because Kirk.
It's gonna bite you back tonight. I have Tampa in a close one.
Same here.
You're taking Faker Mayfield.
May I be honest? Before the teams got off to the starts that they did, I took a look at this game when the schedule came out, and we all said it was 2 bowls of mid.
Yes, we did.
Especially given the fact that Atlanta signed Kirk 2 Chainz Cousins to a massive contract. I still don't know why they signed a 36-year-old quarterback coming off of a major injury to that kind of deal.
Well, he's showing promise. He's showing a lot more promise than he had any right to be. This will be one of his true tests. This will be one of his true tests. This one,
because that Tampa defense, after what Tampa did to Philadelphia,
exactly. Not only what Tampa did, but also Baker Mayfield came off of a 347-yard performance against Philadelphia. So it's like,
let's go over. Let's play over under. And yes, I'm getting into daily fantasy. Don't ask me why. I'll find a daily fantasy partner. And I think I know who I'm going to choose. It's just a matter of getting it done. Let's go over under.
Over under again was set at 44.
No. Listen. The over under I'm going to look at is passing yards for Baker Mayfield. The target is set at 300. Over or under? Victor, I'll start with you.
I'm going to go over on this one.
Dog?
I want to see what he does.
Let's see. Atlanta's given up 795 total passing yards in 4 games. I'm taking the under, but not by much, but I'm actually going to take Tampa to win this in a close one.
All right. We know George picked Atlanta to win. What about the over-under? Mayfield, 300 passing yards. Uh-oh.
He's thinking.
You can see the smoke coming from his earphones.
Is that why I smell bacon?
I can't read that.
Thing would focus.
It won't focus.
It will not focus.
Just tell us what you're typing down here.
Don't care.
Well, make a pick anyway, damn it.
Under. Just because
under.
Screw Faker Mayfield. I'm sick of him.
And because of that attitude, in joking fashion, I'm gonna say he repeats the performance that he had against Philadelphia. I go over.
Okay.
I'm gonna go over. That's Tampa Bay. That's Philadelphia. That's tonight. That's Tampa Bay and Atlanta. I beg your pardon. That is tonight at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Also, the Mets and Brewers in a do or die game 3 in a wild card. We'll have coverage of all of that for you beginning this afternoon. And we're going to start approximately 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Yes.
All right.
Y'all going to be keeping me busy tonight.
Yep.
Isn't that the idea?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. It's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, especially when women's basketball rolls around.
Like I've said, as long as my nights are free, whatever works.
Listen, your races take priority. We've already discussed that. You just keep me ahead of the schedule, and we'll be good from there.
Speaking of being ahead of schedule,
yeah, we're
at halftime.
We are indeed at halftime. Second half of the show, we'll talk more. We'll talk a lot of college football, and that's when we'll welcome Chris Dietz. We'll let you know when he is here. It's halftime here at Snowman in the Morning, and we'll take a break. And when y'all get back, second half of Snowman in the Morning after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Whether it's the men's college game,
the way that this season has been going, yeah, anything is possible.
The women's college game,
and how passionate Angel Reese was at that press conference, they got their mojo now.
The WNBA,
AJ Wilson, Brianna Stewart 1 and 2, followed by Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young,
or the NBA.
The Lakers had a 0.8 chance of winning. And then what happened in the fourth quarter? LeBron James by himself outdid the Clippers.
You will get any and all of the information right at your fingertips or your earlobes. Join the Playmaker as he breaks down all things basketball in Shooting Lights Out on the Playmaker's blog, network, YouTube channel, and where you can find podcasts.
I want to do a TED Talk, but I don't have anything to talk about yet. I'm getting there.
Life is for the living. We're not here that long.
You can learn anything you want to learn without any money spent.
What do I really enjoy? What do I really want out of life?
I am your host, WIZE.
Are you in a life-holding pattern? Well, this is for you. Welcome to the Stuck in My Mind podcast. Live every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. Join the transporter to Hades.
Your butt and gut becomes one.
Join the reformer of hooker whores.
This is my daughter, Placenta Booty Johnson.
Join the bronze car.
Whenever you are in distress, take off your baseball cap and throw it in the air.
Join your very own superhero of broadcasting, Chris Bass.
So whatever color crayon they get, they palm it and do 2 circles, and that translates to, I can beat up black people.
As she takes you through the week's paces in Baseline. Live every Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central, Pacific Time Zone people, just stay asleep when this is on live and just catch the recording. Oh, I'm sorry. Exclusively on the Chris Bass YouTube channel.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady. No free throw is safe from the roar of her sticks. SeatGeek helps her find a seat in the direct eye line of the shooter so she can sit where her boomsticks make the biggest boom. Everybody okay? SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy, and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another beating a dead horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network, in association with Comey Media Incorporated, proudly present The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete!
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
Y'all didn't hear all of that.
Pretty much, as everything goes crashing behind everybody.
Everything goes smash.
All right.
We back here, folks.
Okay, good. We're back. 4 after the. Who's talking?
What were you listening to, Droid?
I had to turn that off because I was literally just laying down watching video. Like, honestly, after my shift last night, my feet are dead. They're gone.
Oh, we got you. We got you. Hey, totally understood. We'll open the garage and the arcade tomorrow on an extended version of Snowman in the Morning. We got all that planned. Deeks will join us at the bottom of the hour.
Which means I get to talk about a recurring problem that I saw this past weekend.
You know what this means, don't you, there, boss man?
It's the random musings of Take it.
Now, there are two parts of this. Number one, the return of the No Fun League.
Yes. Preach.
I'm gonna
please preach.
I'm gonna let you guys know this right now. I was born during the time of the Icky Shuffle.
The Icky Shuffle's so popular, Darrell Waltrip did it after winning the Daytona 500 in 89.
Do you know how many times we did the Icky Shuffle in school? Just to get on our teachers' nerves.
About as many times as us wrestling fans gave our teachers the DX crotch chop.
Yep. I went to school around the time that the Dirty Bird was going down.
Jamal Anderson.
And of course, I really got into sports when, let's just say, the controversy of celebrations became rampant. Talk about the Sharpie heard around the world.
Terrell Owens,
Chad Johnson.
Randy Moss shooting the moon.
Yep.
Randy Moss shooting the moon.
In Green Bay.
In Green Bay.
That is the most disgusting act I have ever seen in football. Thank you, Joe Buck.
Yes.
And thank you, Troy Aikman.
Well, for some reason, and I get it in Little League and in high school. I get it. You want to make sure you maintain good sportsmanship.
Exactly. Absolutely.
But
doesn't mean we still didn't flex on people.
Yes. Because the point you get to the pros where you like bump all that. If I'm running 100+ yards in a drive and I'm putting this in the end zone, I'm dancing if I have the energy to dance. Because I'm a big guy.
Man, if I throw down a poster on somebody, they gonna know about it.
Right.
Listen, I'm the same way. I'm the same way. I can't dance worth a damn, but I'm gonna do something.
But for some reason, it seems like these taunting penalties, they just come out of and they just deflate the moment of the game. It really just deflates the moment of the game. Like you get a nice touchdown, and all of a sudden, unsportsmanlike conduct, taunting on the offense. Like, bump all that, man. You see a dude break off a 30, 40-yard run to the end zone? Let him look.
I mean, it's getting that bad in the NBA.
Oh, my gosh.
It's getting worse in the NBA.
If they ban the night celebration from Steph Curry, I will scream.
It's like
I will scream.
I go back to again the Sharpie situation with Terrell Owens. People are like, "Oh, that's so disgusting. He should act like he'd been there before." It's like, but he basically outran the entire Seattle defense, and Seattle defense's tackling was terrible.
I love that Sharpie celebration in Seattle.
Let's not forget the Battle of the Star in Dallas.
The Battle of the Star in Dallas, where he got his clock cleaned
by Emmitt Smith. And then Emmitt Smith ran to the Star
and cleansed the Star. But
and then T.O. did it again and got clobbered.
Yep.
I mean, we wake your ass up, Droid.
No, it's something I just read 4 hours ago.
Oh no.
Okay. But you know what really gets me? Sometimes they penalize an offensive lineman for celebrating a score.
Right.
Man, let me get in the end zone.
Let the big men celebrate. We don't get that many moments.
Look,
we don't.
This big man will dance. If I had ever scored a touchdown or did something major, this big man's dancing, okay?
Man, when I was 85 pounds younger as a quarterback, I did the same thing.
There was a game, Cowboys versus Redskins, a couple years back, where Dak throws a lob to the right tackle, and he had to spike the ball. And I'm like, imagine that after that he spikes the ball. First time he's probably ever got a touchdown because let's be honest, most of his linemen don't ever touch the ball.
Right.
Exactly.
And then all of a sudden you get the flag thrown at you. Unsportsmanlike conduct, taunting, offense. Like, wait, what? And remember, I was around a time where they used to take touchdowns off the board for that reason. Now they changed it where they implement on the kick. But back when I was first watching, they would take touchdowns off the board for that.
I mean, what's next? The MLB going to outlaw bat flips?
They nearly did.
I'm glad they didn't.
Me too. Thank you, Jose Bautista.
Oh, that is iconic.
But it's just how many of you guys as kids, we talked about the Icky Shuffle, we talked about the Dirty Bird. I'm pretty sure there's many more celebrations. How many of you guys as kids were like, man, I want to do that. I want to be on the main stage of the NFL game.
You know what Jerry Rice used to do?
Mm-hmm.
The freaking Cabbage Patch.
Yes. I mean, even someone that I know Snowman hates, Cameron Drell Newton. He was known for the dab and the swim, and even when they were talking
and the Superman.
Yep, even when they were talking about he's these celebrations and like let him cook. He's getting touchdowns. Let him go ahead.
Exactly.
When I was playing football, team name the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
What I do when I got in the end zone as a running quarterback, I did the Dirty Bird.
Yep.
Right.
Flap your wings, baby. Flap your wings, baby.
As you should. But it's just now it's like again, it's this pearl clutching that I'm seeing. And it brings back what Warren Sapp's talked about, the no fun league. How it's now these guys are worried about getting fined.
Warren Sapp used to have me cracking up.
You know what? Let's just call the spades, man. It's the white collars trying to ruin a blue collar deal.
That's true.
It is.
And it led to one of the best things that Michael Irvin's ever said, because he didn't have to do the Cowboys first and foremost, but he said, if you don't want them to celebrate on you, don't let them score.
Exactly.
It's that simple. Show up your defense, tackle like you're supposed to, and don't let them score.
You don't want to see it, you prevent it.
That seems pretty basic to me.
But it's like you got the no fun league, and it's like it's not just the no fun league. It's you got no fun in the NCAA too.
True. Mm-hmm. That's true.
Remember, I don't remember his name, but I remember the clip of number 14 for the Oregon Ducks, just simply spinning the ball, and then he got a personal foul for taunting.
Right. Like how do you get a personal foul when you don't touch anybody? How's that a personal foul? Was the taunting so bad it hurt the person's feelings so bad that it calls for a personal foul?
It's not just the no fun league; it's the soft league too.
True.
Hitting is becoming more soft. Your fun is non-existent. It's like it's the downfall.
Right.
It is.
I want to touch on something else too.
Okay.
That Snowman and I we talked about a lot. The allergy of NFL teams letting their running backs run the football. And also didn't say that they're allergic to running the football, but they're allergic to letting their running backs run the football.
Isn't that why you bring them in?
And it's exactly why you bring them in. But for some reason, these teams are more okay with letting their quarterbacks pull double duty of running the football and throwing the football rather than letting their running backs do their job. Case in point, Lamar Jackson. Case in point, Caleb Williams. Case in point, Dak Prescott. These teams are more inclined to let their quarterbacks run the football rather than getting their running backs to do the job for them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you got something like DeAndre Swift, a steal for the Bears. Last weekend was the first time we really saw DeAndre Swift be DeAndre Swift.
Can I get a witness here? Huh?
Yep.
What did I say at the top of the year? What did I say at the top of the year?
DeAndre Swift is misused.
Yep. And he's still being misused.
And then you have, like I said, the Ravens.
Oh, God.
Steal of the offseason with King Henry.
Mm-hmm.
And just now
they turning him loose.
They let him go loose because they were so quick to just sit there and run the ball with Lamar Jackson. Why? You're risking your quarterback to get seriously injured this way.
And the interesting thing is I'm bringing up the stats dealing with rushing so far this season.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar Jackson overall ranks 9th in rushing yards this season so far.
Oh,
you're not supposed to have a quarterback actually in the top 10 for rushing.
Now, I'll ask you guys this: is that a fault of the quarterback themselves, or is that a fault on the owner? Is it a fault on the coach?
Everybody gets a piece of the blame on that one.
Because I said this before. The quarterback position, in my opinion, is, and you guys talked about how it is the worst coached position.
It is
quarterback.
And the first one to say that was Jay Spivey.
Mr. Spivey. I say the reason why that is because that's usually a owner protected position. You notice that the owners always stick by the quarterbacks.
Yep.
And almost to the point where they coddle them to where they can't be culpable of blame.
Right.
Looking at you, Gerald. Looking at you, Virginia.
Looking at you, Kraft.
Looking at you, Kraft.
Even though our quarterback sucks right now, and we should have kept Nathan Rourke.
Because again,
who was saying that first?
All of us were.
Who was saying that first?
All of us saying that Nathan Rourke needs to have the ball week 1 for the Patriots.
And yet again, here we are.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kraft said, "No, I'm going to go with Brissett." How'd that work out? But the thing is, it seems like, again, because the owner coddles the quarterback so much, there's no way the coach really can reach the quarterback, no matter if they actually were able to.
As a dear friend of mine once said, that is stew and pid.
Very much so.
Dealing with the quarterback situation, as I'm still looking over the stats here.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we usually have more than 3 guys when it comes to rushing over 100 yards a game at this point of the season way back when?
Yeah.
Yes.
We've only got 3 people averaging over 100 yards a game going into week 5 of the NFL.
And those 3 guys are?
King Henry, Jordan Mason, Saquon Barkley.
JP Mason.
There's another one that's doing it. Looking at you, Mr. Jalen Hurts.
It feels weird to not say CMC in that conversation. It feels weird.
Well, he's hurt.
I know, but
it feels weird. But given how the 49ers love to run the football, I think JP Mason's doing just fine.
Right. We'll see what happens when CMC is able to return. But again, that's the depth of the Niners. They got one person down. They got one person to stand right in that position and help them out. But it's like, for some reason, these NFL teams nowadays, they just don't want to go. They don't want to stick with what works. And what has always worked is in running the football down the throat of the defense. And once that defense gets set up to where they have to use the blitz almost every time, throw a little play action their way and get a big gain.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, I'm showing off because we talked about JP Mason.
Yeah, I mean, look at how.
I'm showing off what my girls got me. Okay, to represent the 49ers.
Wasn't it like a handful of years ago that the running game was more prevalent, and your quarterbacks were lucky to see 1,000 yards going into week 5 or week 6?
You know something? I remember so many running back tandems.
Yes.
That ran the football. Okay. Roger Craig and Wendell Tyler. Matt Suey and Walter Payton.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Thomas Jones and
Cedric Benson.
I mean, now we've got 5 quarterbacks that have 1,000 yards going into week 5 and one on the verge of 1,000 yards.
Mm.
The one on the verge is?
We talked about him earlier. Baker Mayfield sitting at 984 yards currently going into week 5. Your top 5 quarterbacks yardage-wise, Geno Smith, Brock Purdy, who has 1,130 yards, Dak Prescott, C.J. Stroud, and Jared Goff.
And Jared Goff got there with an amazing performance this past Monday night.
Yes, he did.
Geno Smith.
Geno Smith, 1,100.
Geno bleeping Smith.
Who would have thought that? Who would have thought Geno
And
Smith?
come week 6, that Niner defense is going to bottle him up.
But all I know is that McCaffrey might be happy, might not be happy by this news.
Being
Devontae Adams wants to play for the New York Jets.
I think this properly closes the random musings of
which means
thank you.
Which means after the break, we get to talk about this giant bowl of mid soup that is Week 6 in college football.
Before then, we have a present.
Aw.
Tell you after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free and will even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Quinn.
Moment of clarity. I haven't watched BET in years.
KP.
Drake needs to come back with another triple platinum album.
E-Digger.
And then you have Ray J. Like, I can't stand that River Cricket.
The Guru.
Okay, the level of crack she's smoking, I don't want it.
BS3 Network proudly presents the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast, where from card tips to hot topics to meep of the week, anything goes. Live every Sunday at 2:30 p.m. Central. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Alicia.
You can't hold somebody to that standard if you haven't voiced what you want and what you're needing from that.
Mika.
If you're not communicating expectations, you're waiting for your feelings to be hurt.
Nicole.
A lot of people don't want to take the time out to be alone and to get themselves together.
Ivan.
You got to be willing to work through stuff. And from the jump street, y'all done had problems. Maybe you don't need to be working through those.
BS3 Network proudly presents Queen 3 and King podcast. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central.
Mister, how do you operate this Twitter thing or this Instagram thing or whatever the heck? You're supposed to know all this stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the show.
I've been bouncing around all break because I'm excited because we are on a roll this week, despite what happened yesterday. And I personally want to thank my crew, my production crew, Cole Johnson, the fabulous executive producer of the show, my coordinating producer, the lovely Dr. K, Jody Snow. I want to thank the dog and Droid and Vicala for hanging with us all of our weekly guests that we have with us. And thank you to you, the fans, especially that log on every morning to check us out. And thank you to the folks at Zebo TV for carrying us each and every morning on the West Coast. Well, I have a little something to do that didn't get a chance to do yesterday.
Oh?
You've got me nervous.
But I found something that just flat out pissed me off.
Oh, dear.
Oh, this ought to be good.
I think I know what we're about to do.
Uh-huh.
Cue the heartbeat.
Because let me give a little context here. Victor always ripped apart Nick Wrong, aka Nick Right.
And I will continue to do so.
I will do so as well. But let me just do this. No commercial or lead in necessary. Let me just do this.
Okay.
In a world where partial greatness is celebrated and total greatness is shunned, there stands to be a figure on the lips of those who love him and those who hate him. The inane comparisons to Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant continue and has existed since 2003. There is no end in sight, for the battle between those who unconditionally love and unconditionally hate him wages on. These are their stories. Welcome to the Bronzexual Confessions.
If this was the gift you were talking about, can I return it for store credit?
It's not worth store credit, man. It's not even worth a damn.
Not even with the receipt.
Nope.
Oh,
crap!
I can't accept the receipt on this one and this one only.
Can I throw it in the closet and forget about it then?
No.
Crap.
Because
all right,
November's next month.
Right. All right.
Oh crap! All right, get it over with already.
All right. I can't believe I'm going to repeat these words out loud, but
what happened?
Nick Wright once upon a time said, quote, "Someone needs to come to me and explain to me what Jordan is better at than LeBron without saying the words 6 rings." Close quote.
Oh my God! Really?
Are we serious?
Defense. First of all, this
moment of bronze sexual stupidity is brought to you by Hooked on Bronix. When you start talking like an idiotic bronze sexual, Hooked on Bronix can set you right. Call 1-800-YO-KANG. Real LJPM, now approve all this.
The city feels must have some deep pockets for this because they keep paying.
Okay. So, who wants to start this off?
Me.
Go ahead.
I will. Listen, Nick Wrong. First of all, get off of Bron's jock, okay?
He can't do that.
Well, he can't do that. That's how he makes his living.
He's surgically attached.
Yeah. And that's how, like I said, that's how he makes his living. Fox Sports, hello.
Yep.
Let me say 4 letters that will never, ever cross LeBron's path. And those 4 letters are D-P-O-Y. Why? What does that stand for, Nick Wright? In case you forgot, Defensive Player of the Year. It's an award that the iconic, legendary, and greatest of all time, Michael Jeffrey Jordan won, and it wasn't even in his breakout year. The year was 1988.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael Jordan is still to date the only player to win the Most Valuable Player Award and be first team All NBA in defense. Let me say that again. In 1988, all right, pay attention, Nick Wrong. You probably won't, but pay attention anyway. The year was 1988.
Right.
Michael Jordan did these things. All-Star Game MVP, Chicago Stadium, hello. All-Team NBA defense, first team. Defensive Player of the Year. And Most Valuable Player. Oh, there's one other achievement. There's one other achievement that I forgot to mention. I believe he led the league in a defensive category. Let me think. Rebounds? No.
No, that was Rodman.
No. No. Steals. In short, Michael Jordan became the first player in NBA history to lead the league in an offensive category and a defensive category. The offensive category was points. The defensive category was steals. Let me say that again for you bronzexuals that don't like to pay attention to facts. Michael Jordan led the NBA in scoring and steals, became the first player to do so. And that year was 1988. And I'll have to be fact-checked for this, but I want to be sure my brain's working right. But the only two players to lead the league in scoring and steals multiple times are Michael Jordan and I believe the great Allen Iverson.
Hey, Brian.
I'll check those stats in a minute, but I've got my own stat. That LeBron,
What am I?
Oh, yeah.
I've got my own stat for LeBron that he will never
defense,
and it is quite simply 3 words, and Michael did it twice.
Mm-hmm.
Triple Crown MVP.
Yeah,
All-Star, regular season, and Finals MVP.
1996, 1998.
Yep.
Hey guys, you want to see my favorite picture of LeBron?
Okay.
Don't we have something for that fits perfectly?
I believe we do.
Hey LeBron, you know what you are?
Trays, 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 trays. Trays, 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 trays.
Another thing that Jordan is amazing at and LeBron is terrible at, good marketing. I can say that. Good marketing. Being able to market your own team.
And his own brand.
Mm-hmm.
Of which my honey
shoes, especially Jordan's shoes.
Be able to make it better too.
My honey found me some Jumpman gear.
How about being
I'm not gonna sport it until next summer when I take off some weight.
And here's the question.
And that is
Jordan's brand is kind of known as the Jumpman, right?
Yep.
Who does LeBron have a song out there?
No.
That's named after his brand?
No.
Do you know who has a song that's named after his brand?
Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Be like Mike. Oh, by the way, and I'll do this one myself.
Okay.
Why is the NBA where it is right now? Yes, LeBron, it is you. It has always been you. It is you now. It will always be you, forever and ever. And the church said,
Amen. Amen.
Now, Nick, wrong. Do us a favor.
Get out of our face, you thirsty bitch. Oh, whoa. Before we go, before we do that, before we close up shop here, I got another one.
Another one. Oh, wait.
Yes. Somebody posted this grade A homogenized Holstein bleep.
Bull.
That said, quote, Luka Doncic would lock up and contain a prime Michael Jordan in a one-on-one. Close quote.
No.
I
love Luka to death.
Wait a minute. Here's my first response to that.
So I realized that I think even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates magna cum stupid.
Like, I love Luka. I love how he doesn't.
I do too.
I just don't like his fans because they are just plain stupid. Stupid.
They graduated from stupid university.
They graduated. They didn't just graduate. They graduated high honors.
Did someone say stupid university?
So I realized that I think even though it's not advertised,
right,
there has to be a place for stupid people. We don't know because we're not stupid, so we don't know anything about it. It's like a secret club society.
Oh my gosh.
So I come to the conclusion that he graduated from SU, stupid university. Yeah, all the stupid ass letters that go along with graduating high honors of being stupid. I can't do no more, man.
Vámonos, dominos, vámonos. Stupid university, where everyone graduates magna cum stupid.
Can I please say it now? Can I please say it now?
Now, I want you bronzexuals, Nick Wright included, to do us a teensy weensy little bitty favor. Get out of our face, you stupid bitches. Did that wrong. Try again. Get out of our face, you thirsty bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronzexual Confessions.
Up next.
And while you're getting out of our face, let's do one other little favor. FTL. Find the lie.
Up next, we got
matter of fact, I'll let Michael tell y'all I'll let Michael tell you bronzexuals himself when he said,
"Stop it. Get some help."
One more time for the people.
In the back.
Yes.
At old Kemper Arena in Kansas City.
Hold on. From Kemper Arena
to Chicago Stadium.
To the Boston Garden.
Look at the private chat. One more time.
The Spectrum in Philadelphia. To the old Forum in Inglewood. We say to all those people in the back seats thereof,
"Stop it. Get some help."
Because unfortunately, Yes, LeBron, it is you.
Button.
Wrong.
I meant to push. I meant to push this button. Go, Shane.
Yes, LeBron, it is you. It has always been you. It will continuously be you forever and ever. And the church will say,
Amen.
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 Now get out of our face, you thirsty, moronic, stupid bitches.
In a world where logic and sense flies completely out the window, while purple and yellow glasses are donned, rises a figure who encourages ridiculous, undying loyalty. Good Lord, I'm about to throw up. This has been yet another installment of The Bronzexual Confessions.
We got one more thing to do today, ladies and gentlemen.
Anybody say soup? Soup. Wait a minute. When Dog and I talked yesterday, he sent me the college schedule of the games we're going to pick, and unfortunately, Deets won't be able to join us this morning. So we're going to make our picks and talk about them as we go, and talk about the games as we go along. But just to give you a preview of what we're looking at, Dog sent me the picks so I can graphitize them. I took a look at them and I went,
"What in the all types of blue hell
are these?"
Because it's nothing more than a big old giant bowl of mid soup.
Alpha mid soup.
Let's take a break.
When we get back,
Alpha mid.
we gonna spice up this mid soup.
At least we're gonna give it some salt.
Salt and cayenne
Salt. No,
pepper.
you know what? Life's mixture couldn't spice up this mid soup.
Oh
Man,
I love y'all have seen me consume my wife's soup, chili, pasta, whatever she look. My wife loves to cook. Okay, my wife loves to cook and bake.
Yeah.
Your internet.
All I know is, for one, we've just lost Snowman because I think his internet just decided to take a crap.
It did.
So when he gets back, we will get back. And we'll be talking about this mid soup because, quite frankly, I don't even have enough chili powder and crushed red pepper to make this spicy. Hey, Snowman, hit that cue. We're going to be back in a deuce.
You got a lot of nerve wearing that Bruins hat.
Man, shut up.
Make me.
The
man that can make me is bugging out. So
yeah.
What the hell?
We're still. Yeah, you're bugging out big time.
Might be some.
You are bugging out big
ladies
time.
and gentlemen, don't forget to use code SITM morning when purchasing from SeatGeek, the official sponsor of Snowman in the Morning.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget, use this little cash tag down here. Shane will help me point to it if he can. This little cash tag down here to help support Brian and his family.
Yes.
So,
indeed.
and remember, to all of you Brock Purdy and San Francisco 49er haters, shut up.
Shut
Well,
up.
we have officially lost the boss man as he's resetting things. So you know what? Screw it. Let's just talk about the games now.
Okay.
I don't want to. I don't.
Neither do I, but we still have to make our predictions. And the doggone
Listen.
thing is, hey, you and I are sitting on top of the pylon, dude. Hey,
I
you and
don't care.
Dude, you and I are sitting on top of the pylon for our picks, dude.
Yep.
We're sitting at 11-6. Snowman and Vic, well, Snowman and Deets are sitting at 9-8, and Vic, you're sitting at 5-3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because, yeah, I forgot Vic missed some picks last week.
I did.
Yeah, he did. But
so me and you are tied for first
at 11-6.
To be fair, me and you both took a loss together when picking Georgia Tech. So
yeah, well, as Brian, I'm sure, is getting his internet reset. I got the entire list here, and I'm sure we'll just get the graphics up later on.
Let's just get the ranked games out of the way.
There ain't a whole lot of ranked games, dude, that we have because, quite frankly,
God.
like I said, it's a full blown mid soup. So
actually, let's predict the 2:30 Big Ten game first.
I've already got the list made up, dude. I've got the 9 games sitting in front of me.
What? Okay, let's go. Let's just go down the order.
All right, we've actually got number 9 Mizzou traveling to Texas A&M, and A&M's listed as a 2.5-point favorite, and the over/under is set at 48.5.
Give me Mizzou. Honestly, I've been loving how Mizzou's been playing. Yes, they did almost lose to Vanderbilt, but I've been loving the way Mizzou's been playing. They're 4-0.
Not bad.
Yeah, Mizzou's been looking real tough this year.
They beat Vanderbilt. They beat Boston College. And then they got their 2 Mickey Mouse wins. But still, 2 wins against pretty strong teams.
Yeah.
But their biggest test of the year is going to be against A&M.
Yeah. And it's
A&M
Station.
A&M lost to Notre Dame in the first week of the season.
Mm-hmm.
And then they beat McNeese 52-10, beat Florida 33-0. Actually, no, it was 33-20. 26-20, barely squeaked out the win against Bowling Green. And of course, they beat their first SEC matchup of the year against Arkansas. So I'm gonna take Mizzou. What is the over/under?
Over/under sitting at 48.5. And ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget all of these predictions are brought to you by BetUS, where the games begin.
Give me Mizzou and give me the under.
You're taking the under. You think they're going to cover the 2.5?
Yes.
Vic, ball's in your court.
Yeesh. Yeah, I think I usually will go with A&M, but just seeing how hot Mizzou is, I'm gonna go with Mizzou as well.
I'll take a clean sweep on that one. Mizzou's been riding a huge freight train. Give me the under, but I'm taking Mizzou in the 2.5. Next on the list,
my boy Leonard's gonna love that.
Next on the list, Auburn takes a trip down to AJ Styles country, taking on number 5 Georgia, who's favored by 24 points, with the over/under set at 53.5.
Auburn's almost played 6 games this year, and they're going to play 6 games come this week. And it's like they're 2-3, but they've also played the most games out of almost everybody in the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
But we know how this matchup historically goes. Everybody picks Georgia, and then Auburn comes in with the upset.
So where are you going with it?
I don't care if I'm wrong when I say this. I think it's like Georgia by 24.
Yeah, Georgia's line is 24.
Jesus Christ. What's the over-under on points?
53.5.
53.5. Give me the over. Like, give me Auburn to cover and win.
Ooh. Vic?
I'm staying with the Bulldogs. I don't know why, but I just see them finally snapping this curse. I see them coming through.
I've got Georgia mainly because of the fact of they need to do something to bounce back after Alabama took it to them.
If you're going to pick Georgia, you got to do the chant.
You back fully, boss?
You get Brian?
What happened?
He doesn't need to say anymore. He doesn't need to say anymore. That is all we need to hear.
Did one of the animals screw up again?
No.
What happened?
It was just the internet.
Mm-hmm.
So you had to go full blown reset?
Yep.
All right.
Computer and computer.
Whoa.
We are in the middle of picks. The first game is Missouri versus Texas A&M.
Hold on a minute. We didn't get our last break in. Dag nabbit. Doggone it. Oh my gosh. This has been that kind of morning. What's after Missouri Tech? Screw it.
All right. Well, we have Mizzou and A&M. We got Mizzou and Texas A&M. A&M's favored at 2.5. We've all taken Mizzou to this point.
I'll do the same thing. Missouri.
And
I had the graphics too. Damn it. And here they are. Missouri, Texas A&M, Saturday at high noon. And we're all taking Missouri, are we not?
Yes, we are.
Yep. And then the over-under is
48.5.
Or you take the under, the over.
Under.
Next game we had was Auburn, Georgia.
Oh, you mean these guys?
Them guys.
All right. What's the numbers?
Georgia favored by 24, over under 53.5.
Over on both.
And you got Georgia on this one?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Georgia's the only one taking Auburn for the upset.
I got the dogs.
Dogs.
Next one up, number 23, Indiana, who's favored by 14, takes on them Northwestern Huskies. The over-under set at 41.5.
First of all, it's the Northwestern Wildcats. Second of all, I'm going for the upset. I say Northwestern will knock off Indiana.
Right?
Give me them Hoosiers.
Why? All right, go on, dog.
Actually, I was going to go Vic next.
Oh, okay.
I'm going Northwestern Wildcats as well.
I'm taking the upset in this one. It's at home. Indiana usually doesn't do well out here, out in the Pacific Northwest. I'm taking it.
Northwestern is near my hometown. It's in Evanston, Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Vic and I have done many a game at Welsh Ryan Arena. We have both seen Ryan Field. I can't wait to see the new Ryan Field. I'm going with my hometown Wildcats. What's the next one?
UCF taking on, this is something I haven't said in a long time, unranked Florida Gators. UCF's favored by 3. The over-under is set at a staggering 61.5.
Oh, my God.
I'm going for the upset. Give me UCF. I'm going for the upset. I don't care. I don't care if my brain's fogged out on caffeine. I'm going for the upset.
Right.
Mr. Droid.
UCF. Give me the Knights.
Yeah.
Vic?
Yep, I'm going the same way. UCF.
I'll make it unanimous because the Gators just haven't shown anything spectacular.
And that's the thing. I just
thank you. You just said the point.
Florida Gators.
I have seen nothing spectacular in the last few years from Florida.
And that's the unfortunate thing is they've fallen off of a cliff ever since their prominence back, even going into the mid 2010s. They've just fallen off.
Exactly. Next one.
Next one on the list is them Jayhawks traveling to Arizona State. State's favored by 3 with the over-under set at 50.5. Hey, this was the only way to make it interesting was to find a couple of Homer games. That's what I said.
Poor Droid.
Droid, you go first.
Like I said, I had to find us a couple.
Give me Arizona State. I'm sorry, I can't take my Jayhawks anymore. It's getting bad.
Snowman.
Same. I'm going with the Devils. Going with the Arizona State Sun Devils.
And again, I hope I'm wrong.
ASU.
I'm taking ASU. It's going to be a close one though.
Yep.
I like their offense a lot more though.
I like what the Devils are putting. I love it.
I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean, Droid said that very sentence when it came to Illinois, and then Illinois surprised him in the final 2 minutes. Next one.
Number 10, Michigan on the road facing Washington, who's favored by a scant 2.5. The over/under 41.5. I told you this week was a bowl of mid soup. I'm working with what I got here.
Bowl of alpha mid soup.
Hold on. Let me take a too salty. Too salty. I can't take it.
Snowman,
This is inedible.
Give me something here.
It's inedible.
I'm going with Washington. Michigan's run game will have nothing for that high-flying Washington offense. I'm going with the home team. I'm going with the Washington Huskies.
Right.
Give me Michigan, please.
Going with the M.
Vic?
I'm going for the upset too. Walla Walla, Washington.
And that city actually does exist, folks.
Yeah, it does. And I'm going to be taking Washington mainly because of the fact Michigan run game has been stifled the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Washington's going to keep doing it, and that offense they have is way too much, especially with the home crowd behind them.
How many of these am I going to go solo on?
I don't know.
We got 3 left. It'll be interesting to see because the next game
is
West Virginia travels to Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State's favored by 3.5, and the over-under, you thought one of these games was bad. Get this. The over-under set at 65.5.
Okay.
And this is in Stillwater.
It's in Oklahoma's backyard.
It's in Stillwater.
Yep.
Which means Boone's Pickens Stadium is going to be a mixture of orange and black.
Yep.
Which means every seat in the house is going to be filled. Which means quite often you could hear the phrase from their radio announcer, pistols firing. Which means, screw it, I'm going for the upset. West Virginia.
Good.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm for it. Give me Oklahoma State.
That's what. So Oklahoma State.
I think he's taking the mullet.
The mullet.
Vic?
For once in my life, I will say, give me them Cowboys.
Ouch. Vic?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the home team this time. I'm going
with Oklahoma State.
Yep.
And you know what? I'm calling for an upset. I got West Virginia. It's going to be close, but I'm taking the upset in this one.
All right. Next one.
Appalachian State travels to Marshall. Marshall's favored by 3. The over-under set at 58.5. Snowman.
This is a Sun Belt game, right?
Yes, it is. Okay. So we got the Mountaineers and the Thundering Herd.
We do.
All right, Jay, you ain't going to like me for this one, but I'm taking the home team. I'm going with the Thundering Herd of Marshall.
Good.
Aguilar has been insane this year.
That he has.
State. Over 1,000 passing yards. Marshall's quarterback, Stony
Earl.
Stony Earl, he hasn't even scratched 1,000 yards. Give me Appalachian State.
All right.
I'll go the same way. I'll go Appalachian State. Their passing play has been dominant, so.
And also, it's not Appalachian State, ESPN. It's Appalachian.
I think the reason why they say it is because of the Appalachian Mountains, because that is how you pronounce that.
Well, it don't matter to me. I'm still taking App State mainly because of their offense. I'm sorry,
That's
but
how they say it. That's how they say it, App State. But don't be surprised if these two put up 100 points.
That would not surprise me in the slightest.
Don't be surprised if these two put up a combined 100 points.
100 points.
And then the last one.
Last game, them UCLA Bruins take a trip to Happy Valley to visit number 9 Penn State, who is favored by, oh dear God, let's just say a country mile and then some, with the over-under set at 46.5. No, man, who's leaving happy?
Penn State, and it ain't even close.
Good.
Penn State 56, UCLA 9.
I was right last week. I'm going to be right this week. Give me Penn State, the Nittany Lions, to beat the Bruins again.
Yeah, I'm going with the Penn State. They're gonna mop.
Listen, UCLA better not pull what Illinois pulled 3 years ago. My wife and I watched that game. Illinois and Penn State into overtime after overtime after overtime. I'm laid up in bed, sick as a dog, fogged out on oral chemotherapy. Okay? My wife, my beautiful, loving wife, was taking care of me. All right? She looked at me and she goes, why are they playing so many overtimes? I said, because they only made them 2-point conversions instead of a full overtime. Mm-hmm. She looked at me. Listen, my wife loves some of the stuff that we say on the show. Okay? When I told her that new overtime wrinkle, which I found out during the broadcast, in which the great Bob Wischusen was the television voice therein, my wife looked at me and repeated the following question.
What in the all types of blue hell
was that?
Well,
I mean, really? Really?
Well, before we get out of here, I'm going to say it's going to be unanimous. Give me Penn State. It's literally a 28-point spread for them to be the favorites. I'm saying they're going to cover that by it's going to be 30 minimum.
Minimum.
I really wanted to throw in an extra game, but I want to get out of here.
What's the extra game?
Who you got?
What's the extra game?
Rutgers, Nebraska. 4-0 Rutgers versus 4-1 Nebraska.
And Nebraska lost to Illinois in overtime.
Yes, they did.
This is
Rutgers is actually a solid team. They beat Washington.
Let's take a look here as I'm doing. Right now.
Okay.
I'm looking at it right now. Rutgers, Nebraska. Let me take a look.
It says, for me, it says Nebraska is favored by 7. The total points is over under 43.5.
I've got Nebraska 7 from ESPN, and they're saying the over under is 40.5. So still, Nebraska's at 7, and it's in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Give me Nebraska, and I'm laying the points.
Same.
Good.
Oh no!
Isaiah Pacheco is my man. My main man.
Isaiah Pacheco.
And for Pacheco, give me the Scarlet Knights. Come on, man.
I'm sorry, Droid, but you're flying solo on this one. Give me Nebraska to stomp them.
Solo on half of these pigs. Don't even give me
I mean, 93,000 people clad in red. I've seen Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. When it's empty and when it's full. That's just loud.
It's just like, my big thing is like, the Rutgers have always had a running game. Nebraska is still trying to develop that. So I'm like,
Dylan Raiola. That's all I'm going to say to you. Dylan Raiola.
Oh, you mean the Patrick Mahomes copycat that lost my respect in a week? Yeah.
Oh,
he'll be the difference. I believe he'll be the difference maker.
Ladies and gentlemen, those are the college football picks brought to you by BetUS, where the games begin. Use code Snowman to get a 125% deposit match on your first time using. Snowman, get us out of here already.
Have a great day. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move. And always remember, if your dreams don't scare you, they're simply not big enough. Dream big, do bigger. We are, and we hope y'all are too. We're on our way to $1 billion a year, folks. Trust us on that. We're out of here. See you tomorrow. We have a guest picker for tomorrow. We'll let you know who it is when they arrive. See you then.
Oh, Nick, wrong.